graders, Miss Diorio here from Citizenship Academy with lesson 17 in module 3. So today, as we did yesterday, we're going to compare 3-digit numbers using those greater than, less than, or equal to symbols. Now this lesson is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be looking at the numbers in different forms. And sometimes we're going to have to group numbers in groups of 10 and groups of ones to kind of understand it better. So we're going to be looking at standard form, unit form, and expanded form today. So let's get started. Here's what you'll need. Paper and pencil, something to write with, chalk. I always use my whiteboard, whatever you want. Then you're going to need place value charts. You're going to write them like you did yesterday, where you have 2 place value charts next to each other. So on your paper, go ahead and do that now. Somewhere on your paper, 2 place value charts next to each other. So pause and do that. Come back when you're ready. Good. And then the last thing you need, as you probably guessed, is something you're going to use as your at-home place value discs. Cubes, Legos, Cheerios, Fruit Loops, puzzle pieces, coins, whatever you have. Go ahead and grab those now. Come back when you're ready. All right, let's get into our application problem to start. So this says, walking on the beach on Tuesday, Darcy collected 35 rocks. The day before, she collected 28 rocks. How many fewer rocks did she collect on Monday than on Tuesday? So again, this is a comparison problem. We need to find the difference, wink, wink, between the rocks she collected on Monday and the rocks she collected on Tuesday. So I want you to pause the video and solve. Come back when you're ready. Ready? So she collected 35 rocks on Tuesday and 28 on Monday. We want to know how many less, how many fewer she collected on Monday. So we're comparing, and we need to find the difference between the numbers. When I hear difference and when I hear comparing, I know we're going to subtract. So I'm going to take the 35 minus the 28. Now you could solve this a couple different ways. You could solve it using a number line. You could solve it using a picture. I like tape diagrams because it helps me see what I'm missing. Tuesday she found 35. Monday she found 28. We need to find the difference here. So now we can set up our subtraction problem. We can decompose 35 and then we can take 30 minus 28. That's an easy problem for us to solve because we know our base 10 facts. 30 minus 28 is 2. Then we add in those extra 5 and we get 7. Thumbs up if you got that. Good work. So again, with our word problems, we don't just want to say 7. We want to say 7 what? Darcy collected 7 fewer rocks on Monday. Awesome work. All right, let's get into it. So get your place value charts ready. Get your place value discs ready. I want you to show me 124 on one place value chart and then show me 824 on the other place value chart. Okay? So pause the video, show me 124 on one place value chart, 824 on the other place value chart. Go. Got it? Okay, now in between your 2 place value charts here, I want you to draw me either a greater than, less than, or equal than sign to compare the 2 numbers. So go ahead and do that now. I'm going to write them in so that you can see. Okay, let's go over it. So your 124 should have how many hundreds? 1. How many tens? 2. Awesome. And how many ones? 4. Awesome. Then we have 824. How many hundreds? 8. Very good. How many tens? 2. And how many ones? 4. Awesome. Now, which number is greater? Very good. So with your discs on your paper, you should have this symbol pointing to 824. Okay? That's what it should look like on your paper. How did you know that 824 was greater? What unit did you use to figure that out? Did you use hundreds, tens, or ones? Perfect. You used hundreds, right? Because when we have 800s versus 100s, we know 800s is so much bigger. That unit is bigger. We used hundreds to determine. So we can say that 824 is greater than 124. Or if we're using our charts today, we can flip that around and we can say 124 is less than 824. Either way works. All right, take your chips off your board and we're going to make another number. Actually, I'm going to show you a number. Here we go. Go ahead and count it in your head. What number is that? And tell me out loud. 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 194. Good? All right, I'm going to show you another number. So we have 194. Count in your head. This one should look familiar. What number is this? 124, very good. So we have 194 and 124. I want you to write on your board which number is great, or your paper, which number is greater. What did you get? Very good. 924 is greater. How did you know? How did you know what unit did you use to know that 194 is greater? Absolutely, very good. We used our tens place. 100, our 100s are the same, so we're just gonna, whatever, move on. But we have how many tens in this number? 9, very good. And how many tens in this number? 2. So we know that 9 tens is greater than 2 tens. So we used our tens place to determine that 194 is greater. Awesome job. All right, on your boards, I want you to show me 5 tens and 6 ones with your place value discs. Pause the video and do that now. 5 tens, 6 ones. Got it? 5 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Now what number did that make? Awesome, 56, good. Now on your other place value chart, I want you to show me 15 tens and 6 ones. I want to see, I know we can regroup and move them over to the hundreds, but I don't want to see that. I want to see 15 tens in the tens place. So pause the video, show me that on your place value boards. You should have 5 tens, 6 ones on one side, 15 tens, 6 ones on the other side. Okay, pause and do that now. So you're going to have 15 tens, 6 ones, which equals 156. Okay. Which number is greater? Very good, 156. How did you know that? Because we're looking at that hundreds place, right? Is there any hundreds? Are there any 10 tens that we can make into 156? So we're going to say 156 is greater by looking at the hundreds place. Now take off the 156, but keep the 56. Onto the 56, so keep your 56 the same. It should still look like this. Take 156 off. Leave 56 on your board. Now from 56, I want you to add 7 tens and 5 ones. So onto the 56 that you already have, add 7 more tens and 5 ones. Go ahead. Good, ready? I'll add them onto mine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 5 ones. Okay. Think about what number we have here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some away and I want you to tell me what number I have. You don't have to do this on your board. Ah! What number do I have now? Good. 4, 13 tens and 5 1 and 1 1. Good. So we're going to compare 113 and 13 tens and 1 1. Which number is greater? Very good. 13 tens and 1 1 is greater. How do you know that? Yes, when we're comparing them, the 13 tens has way more tens than this number. This number only has 11 tens. Okay, we can also look at the tens place. 13 tens and 1 turns into 131. Now this number has a 3 in the tens place, and this number has a 1 in the tens place. So we're looking at the tens place, and we can tell that 13 tens 1 is greater than 113. Or we can say 113 is less than 10 tens and 1 1. Sound good? Okay. Now, you are not going to make this with your discs. I just want you to, I'm going to put a number on the board, and I want you to write this number in unit form. Remember, unit form is when you tell me how many tens, how many ones. Okay? So, write that number in unit form. Pause the video and do that now. Good. So you should get 27 tens and 3 ones. Make sure you have that number written down. Now I want you to write me this number in expanded form. Remember, in expanded form, we're adding each place value, the hundreds plus the tens plus the ones, okay, using the plus symbol, writing a number sentence. All right, so I'm going to show you a number. I want you to write that number in expanded form. Got it? Remember, pause. Come back when you're ready. So we have 2 hundreds, 3 ones. So we're going to write 200 plus 3 or 3 plus 200. Either way is fine. All right, compare these two numbers for me. You should have both of them written on your paper, just like this. One in unit form, one in expanded form. I want you to draw the symbol in between. Show me greater than, less than, or equal to. Pause and do that now. So your number sentence should say 27 tens and 3 ones is greater than 200 plus 3. We know this because 27 tens and 3 ones has way more tens than 200 plus 3. And we can use our pictures to help us. We have 200 plus 3, and then we have 27 tens, 2 ones. If that was confusing to you, take the 27 tens, group them into groups of 10 so you can move them over to hundreds, and make that work for you. Because this would be 200s, 7 tens, 3 ones. 200, 7 tens, 3 ones. This number, 203, does not have any tens. So it is going to be less than 27 tens, 3 ones. So when you're working through your exit ticket today, make these numbers out on your place value charts. Draw them out so that it works for your brain. You can move them over. You can think about them in groups of tens and groups of hundreds so that you can compare them easier. It's going to be a mixture of standard form, expanded form, and unit form today. So you're going to have to figure out what the value of each number is, the way it's written, and then compare them. Use your place value charts to help you. Okay? There are 5 problems today. Again, a mixture of the different types of the ways we write numbers. So solve them, figure out what the number is, and then compare. Okay? You can do this. Have a great time, and I will see you tomorrow.